Alright guys, part 3 of my quick Vietnam equipment show off. Trying to keep these videos short. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I'm working on supplying my buddy Danny with some equipment for a short film. So I'm just quickly passing the camera past everything so that he can get a quick look over. This is Airsoft equipment. I'm not going to go to the minutia of what is original / collectible / whatever. We'll just cover things real quick here. So coming forward, I put that other 10 pocket rig on my mannequin and gave him the sort of straw hat. Still has the plastic cover on it, just FYI. And you can see here that's a couple pouches on front, and those little grenade pouches actually are all wrapped around under his arm here. There they are. Now, we've already discussed with Danny in person the AKS, Lancer Tactical, folding stock. This is a reproduction sling on it, but I have some originals. That's just happens that my shortest sling fits it really nice, so all my longer slings are on other guns. I will get a thread protector for it, but not a huge deal for the sake of the short film. I have a Tokarev as well, Pt.3. I have the proper lanyard for it, and I already showed the pouches and cleaning rod separately. I think I mentioned I have an M1 Garand D-type sniper. I'm currently doing a spring replacement on it and just haven't had the time to actually swap the spring. It is quick change. This is the A&K for any airsofters curious, and they don't make, or I couldn't find a small enough lens cover, so that's why the front end looks a little janky. For the sake of a short film, I could just take that off. Oh, and there is the proper muzzle device. The reason I have this as part of my North Vietnamese kit is that these were captured from the South Vietnamese forces. They were given to them as aid from the Americans, and the North would often capture equipment, so stuff like this would end up in the North. And this is probably more common than the Dragunov would have been, especially early in the war. But again, I didn't want to get too much into the history. There's the correct sling for it as well. And I just have some stuff. I tend to camo it up, so I wrap different helmet nets. And this is cut up reproduction World War II tank tops from maybe At the Front, I can't remember, but one of those websites. Obviously, RPD. Danny's looking at an AKS folding stock for his main Vietnamese character, but the RPD would be a nice piece to include maybe in the bunker. I have a different barrel on order, and I can also just take the flash hider off if that's needed. But good piece just to maybe have not in the bunker, in the tunnel sequence. I also have a small bullet belt. Again, this is that same MG3 belt. This is just what it looks like with the tabs cut down to the 7.62x39 length. It's got the starter tab as well. That pretty much covers most things here, except for I did mention, I saw that in one of your other shorts, Danny, you had pickaxes. So this is my prop pickaxe. It is made of a nice rubber, nice and flexible. The whole thing. It will take some wear and tear on it, but it definitely looks the part, and I just run a Sharpie along it whenever it gets any nicks, and it just makes it look more like beat up metal. So again, if you had the thought of maybe having, or ever in the future for different shorts, you needed to hit somebody with your pickaxe, this is just an option available. And I'll mention it now, but it'll come up in other videos. This is a proper Vietnam dated ERDL, EDRL, EDRDL, whatever the heck it's called, poncho cover liner thing. Does have some damage on it. I think I hit it under the pistol. Yeah, there it is. It's worse on the back side and up near the top, but I wanted to make it more presentary. Actually, one last thing before I just end on the wide shot again, seeing as I'm only at the 5-minute mark. there's all the other stuff I filmed already. So if you haven't watched the earlier parts and you see anything in there that you're interested in, just go watch those. This is technically part of my US kit. It is a US 3-cell grenade pouch. Attaches to the belt. It's SN stamped. It's a joke. It's US upside down. And it ties around the leg. I often include this when I'm playing with this rig as just additional pockets. So for anyone interested, if I can get a shot of it back here. God, where is it? Yeah, there we go. I just attached some eyelets to this, and that allows me to use the same sort of belt attachment system as the US kit uses. And the belt I showed off in part 2, the US style belt, will also work with this sort of equipment. So there you go. Also, yeah, Danny, we can swap out the dressy sort of silver looking gray piece here for just any sort of generic canvas strap. Alright, so that is the most of the weapons. I will be adding just a short additional part to the end of this video with the final VC weapon.